Well, I didn't even know. You didn't even say filming and go yet.
I
So.
said, okay.
What's that supposed to mean? That could be okay.
Yeah.
I've checked everything. Okay, the screen.
1, action.
Good evening. This is Sam Egan doing an interview. TRASHburgh 2018, motherfucker. I'm actually really honored to do this interview. I'm interviewing one of my musical heroes, the Emotron, and whether I'm interviewing the artist or the man behind the music is, well,
determined by the acid in my wig.
exactly. It's vaguely determined. First question: have you ever put a stop payment on a check?
I never done that.
Have you ever written a check?
A couple times I had a checkbook. Had a high school class my senior year called DCT. My teacher that sometimes I see over at the Piggly Wiggly in Georgia, run into him like 20 years later. He taught the damn class. That's a back history on how I learned how to write a check. Mr. McClendon was his name.
Excellent.
Fucking Genesis did shit without Phil.
Yeah.
For how long?
I don't think very long. I think they did this one album in 1997 and then called it quits until the reunion tour, which I don't think they're doing that anymore either.
Anthony Kiedis told me he was close to dying, cause he'd be out there in L.A. under bridges and shit, saying that Phil Collins not doing too good, but other reliable sources, MC Hammer and the Chris or Cross, one of them still alive, told me like they'd be at his show in Atlanta and shit. I don't know which one to believe, Kiedis or Hammer, Chris or Cross. Could it be a thing? Could Phil Collins be on stage, maybe in good health, maybe in bad health? Who's telling the truth?
We we secretly believe that Phil Collins wrote any song. Much like metalheads believe that almost all aspects of the fashion of metal were actually originated by the Village People.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say somebody else.
Oh, no. Speaking of high fashion, would you consider Spike Lee particularly well-dressed?
I always get Spike Lee and Spike Jones mixed up.
See, that's funny, because I always get Spike Jones and Howard Jones mixed up. Howard Jones did that "Don't Try to Live Your Life in One Day" song. I think you're an excellent wordsmith.
Okay.
Can you... This is a linguistic challenge. Can you use the word desist in a sentence without using the word cease?
Desist. Can't use the word ceased. This is probably the hardest thing I had to do on this whole goddamn tour. Whew. No, I can't fucking do it. That's beyond my brain.
That's a...
Or you can put it in the song. It means stop, don't it?
I think it means stop.
You can do that one song. Desist in the name of love. Before you break my heart, desist.
Yeah, that's better.
Desist, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention.
And I don't know how to desist. No, I don't know how to desist. I try to be very inclusive in my interviewing. I don't think of it as like a Q&A between. I think of it more of a exchange of ideas between two minds.
I think it's getting pretty psychedelic.
Do you wear concealer and foundation often?
I found some makeup in a ground one time outside of a CVS, and once in a men's bathroom while I was there, probably belonged to a mom or something. But as far as that goes, I don't remember what it was called or anything.
Furthermore, can you use the word... Okay, 15 seconds on the clock. Use the word "riar" in a sentence. On your mark, get set, go.
Me and my daddy went out to the pasture where the cows is. Some of them got out. We spent about 3 days putting up some new barbed wire. That work?
Would you ever consider paying a hitman to commit suicide?
That'd be interesting. I'd rather pay a hitman to, like, you know, rent one of them helicopters that scoops up water to fight forest fires and scoop up a bunch of sewage and shit bomb Dave Matthews Band.
Ah.
People wouldn't die. They'd probably just get a bunch of pink eye.
Have you ever pan-fried a banana?
Banana's number one on my food shit list. I'd never do that. I'd pass out just from damn frying up, peeling one probably. Don't get those shits near me.
Okay, change the subject. Have you ever looked up anything... Have you ever gone to a library and looked up anything that was on microfilm?
Never.
During President Lyndon Johnson's reign in office, he had to speak publicly in front of a bunch of high school students, and at one point he mentioned moving into the White House with his daughter, who I believe was a teenager at the time. And so he's speaking in front of these high school students, and he says, "I kept my cool." And they go wild. And also in that DMX song, "Party Up in Here," y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, you're gonna make me go all out up in here, act a fool up in here, y'all gonna make me lose my cool up in here. So what do you have any problem with using cool as a noun?
No?
Alright, why don't you do a little sign off? Or a little wrap up.
I don't really think of there being a beginning, middle, and end. I kind of think of my conversations with like-minded individuals to de-emphasize causality, and every sentence is a string of pleasures rather than a
sign off or a wrap up?
Do you want to quote one of your songs? I personally can't think of a better way to sign off than saying, "People my age are all assholes. Bury them alive with Anna Nicole."
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.